Number 1. The Great Compromise reached at the Constitutional Convention of 1787 settled a dispute over how A. State boundaries would be determined, B. The states would be represented in Congress, C. Power would be divided between the states and national government, or D. A leader would be selected for the executive branch. Number 2. What was one result of the Great Compromise during the Constitutional Convention of 1787? A. Creating a two-house legislature. B. Banning slavery in southern states. C. Requiring that the president have a cabinet. D. Giving the Supreme Court the power to hear cases involving states. Number 3. Which issue did the Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan, and the Great Compromise address at the Constitutional Convention of 1787? A. The power to regulate interstate commerce. B. The number of justices on the Supreme Court. C. A system for electing the president. Or D. A method of determining state representation in Congress. Number 4. Shays' Rebellion, 1786, became a concern for many national leaders because it, A. indicated there would be future conflicts over the spread of slavery, B. exposed fundamental weaknesses in government under the Articles of Confederation, C. pointed to the need for federal government regulation of interstate commerce, or D. showed the frontier settlements were vulnerable to the raids by Native American Indians. Number 5. What is a principle of government that is stated in the preamble to the United States Constitution? A. Federal laws must be subject to state approval. B. The power of government comes from the people. C. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Or D. All men and women are created equal. Number 6. Shays' Rebellion of 1786 was significant because it, A. showed the English still had influence after the American Revolution. B. Convinced many Americans of the need for the stronger national government. C. Revealed the increased threat from rebellious Native American Indians. Or D. Endangered the lives of many recent immigrants. Number 7. What was the main reason the Federalists wanted to replace the Articles of Confederation? A. The president did not have the power to veto legislation. B. Legislative branch enacted an unfair tax program. C. The Supreme Court refused to pay Revolutionary War debts. Or D. The national government was too weak to solve the nation's problems. Number 8. The government created by the Articles of Confederation was unsuccessful at solving many major problems because A. Unlimited power was given to the Supreme Court. B. Most power remained with the state governments. C. Members of Congress were elected according to each state's population. Or D. Political parties prevented the passage of legislation. Number 9. Base your answer to the following question on the following passage in your knowledge of social studies. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state, chosen by the legislature thereof for 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote. Source, Article 1, Section 3, United States Constitution, 1787. This portion of the Constitution most clearly showed the influence of which of the following: A. Supporters of the New Jersey Plan, B. Supporters of the Virginia Plan, C. Supporters of the Three-Fifths Compromise, or D. Supporters of the Bill of Rights. Number 10. One weakness of the Articles of Confederation was the inability of the central government to A. Establish a postal system, B. Collect adequate taxes from states, C. Control western lands, or D. Admit new states to the Union. Number 11. One accomplishment of the national government under the Articles of Confederation was the passage of legislation establishing A. A central banking system, B. A process for admitting new states to the Union, C. The president's right to put down rebellions, or D. The ability of Congress to tax the states effectively. Number 12. Base your answer to the following questions on the following poster and on your knowledge of social studies. The Constitution, broken into legislative, executive, judicial branch. Legislative branch, Congress, House of Representatives, and Senate. Executive branch, President, Vice President. Judicial branch, Supreme Court. Which statement most accurately describes a relationship between the branches of government shown on this diagram? A. If the executive branch vetoes a bill from the legislative branch, there is no possibility of the bill becoming a law. B. The judicial branch has the power to invalidate laws and actions of both the legislative and executive branches. C. Members of the judicial branch may appoint and remove the executive branch. D. The executive branch may sign or veto laws created by the judicial branch. Number 13. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and secure the blessings of liberty, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Preamble to the United States Constitution. This quotation from the preamble illustrates the constitutional principle that people A. have a right to trial by jury, B. are guaranteed an adequate standard of living, C. are the true source of political power, or D. have the right to assemble. (14) The authors of the Articles of Confederation established a decentralized political system, mainly to A. cancel state debts incurred during the Revolutionary War, B. assist the southern states in their efforts to gain a manufacturing base, C. promote the common goal of national sovereignty, or D. prevent the abuses of power that had existed under British rule. (15) Delegates at the Constitutional Convention of 1787 agreed to the Three-Fifths Compromise to solve a dispute directly related to A. the power of the presidency, B. representation in Congress, C. a decision by the Supreme Court, or D. the addition of a Bill of Rights.